And we are back with psychic medium Patty Rickman. And we're turning the tables a little bit. Usually, as a professional tarot card reader, I'm doing readings for callers, but we thought it would be fun to have you read for me. And so listeners and viewers can see what a psychic reading is like with you. What do you see around me, Patty?
Well, I'll tell you, I see many things. One of the first things it comes through that you are a very deep thinker. I see a lot of books. I don't know if you're in higher education, but I see a lot of books around you. I don't know if that's what you prefer to do on your leisure time, but I do see that. And I also see kids around you. So I don't know what age demographic, but it just kind of feels like either kids look up to you or you have been there as like a role model for kids. I just feel a lot of connection with this. Actually feels older. Have you ever taught?
I have been a teacher. I'm no longer a teacher, but I have been a teacher on the college level. Yeah. So this is applying.
Okay. So are you still connected with some of your students that
I
you taught?
am. I am. Yes. Yes. Some
Okay.
of them I think will be lifelong friends.
Yeah, it kind of feels like you were more than just a teacher. It kind of feels like you have been a mentor to not just your kids, but to other people in your life. It kind of feels like teaching and learning have been kind of a staple in your life. The openness and willingness to learn, as well as the willingness to project what you have divinely that is coming out of you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
I also feel a deep connection. I know that we talked earlier about the reading that I did with your sister, but I also feel a deep connection to animals as well as your sister does. I don't know if you currently have animals at home, but it just feels like there's this deep divine connection with animals that you have. Are you also able to communicate with animals as well?
To a point, yeah. I am a cat lover, but I have rescued all kinds of animals and done some volunteer work at the Wildlife Rescue Center here in Missouri. So, yeah, you got that. Sometimes I'll look at my tarot cards
Okay.
for animals to try and get the story if I'm trying to understand animal behavior or something like that. Yeah,
Right. I'm kind of like going in a different direction because I think that was the opening, but I'm going
sure.
in a different direction. They're actually it's a female energy that's stepping forward. Did you recently lose? I'm seeing it more than one person actually, but did you recently lose somebody that's very close to you? It kind of feels like a severe illness, and I'm going to want to say it's around the chest area, but I don't know if it started out in the chest area and sort of broadened to a different. I'm also having problems breathing, so I don't know.
Yeah, I lost. Interesting, you said more than one because I lost two friends on Friday, this past Friday. Two friends died,
Oh, wow.
both from diseases within a
Okay.
few hours of each other. Yeah, yeah, and
Okay. So this,
and oh, I'm sorry. The female, I sat in hospice with her. She had cancer. The other friend had ALS.
okay. Well, and it's interesting because I was getting both a cognitive and a severe illness. So I guess that would be the duality that there would be two separate diseases from two separate people. But did they know one another?
They did not.
Okay, because I do feel a connection. Maybe the connection is you, but I do feel a connection. The one woman in particular is like trying to make me laugh. And she's like, I don't know, she keeps saying, "Okay, you go, girl." I don't I don't know why she keeps saying that to me. She's like, "You go, girl." Because she's like, you're really on it. You're really on it. But she's wearing something on her head. Now, did she go through chemotherapy?
Some time ago, she gave up on that, and she was trying to
Okay,
do it after chemo wasn't working. She was trying to do it the holistic way. So, she was just
okay.
trying everything basically, and nothing worked.
That's what's the M initial?
Her last name Mondello, first name
Okay.
is
And
Suze.
she's also talking, okay. She said, you and I are a lot alike. And what I didn't tell you, Julia, is that my master's degree is in holistic health. So
Oh,
that's what she was saying. She said the Eastern approach was what she really was motivated to go towards. Even though, it wasn't that she was totally and completely against pharmaceuticals. That was not in her belief system. And it's coming through that you called her Suze? like
Yeah.
SUZ?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Did she always sign her cards or something with that? Like
Sometimes to
just
some she
because
was
she's showing me.
Sue. Yeah, to some she was Sue, to some she was
Okay.
Suzanne. Yeah, I just met her and
Okay.
knew her as Sue's.
Sue's. Okay. Because she's like showing me this big S with the U and the Z. And it almost looks like that's how she signed her cards for you or something. That's what she's showing me. She's talking about the holistic. I don't know if you had said this before, but did you guys know each other for a long time?
Not not particularly. When I met her, she already had stage 4 cancer.
Okay, because it feels like a deep, like a soul connection between the two of you, like a karmic connection. Like, I don't know if
Mm,
you guys finish each other's sentences or a deep connection, but it kind of feels like there is this deep, like spiritual connection between the two of you. And now I know you're spiritual, and I know that like she feels that same way. Like
mhm.
that's her philosophy,
Absolutely.
that's her premise.
Yeah.
She showed me a beautiful rainbow and a butterfly. So I don't know if that those two things are a symbol, but that's what she's showing me. Did you recently see a rainbow or something? Because she's showing me like this beautiful, gorgeous rainbow.
Oh, that's interesting. She loved symbols like that, but my sister saw a rainbow, and the sister you read for, and texted it to me um on
Oh
this
wow.
past Monday. So, that's just a kind of
Oh
interesting
wow.
correlation. Yeah, I don't know. She had no connection to Sue's, but yeah, just interesting. I don't know.
Oh, so and then she's showing me a beautiful, it looks like, I don't know if her favorite color was like lavender or I see like a butterfly, and I know that there are not a lot of purple butterflies, but it definitely looks like it's a purplish color.
Mm.
Um, so I'm not sure, but she is pulling back her energy. I typically ask my clients if there's any specific questions that you have. Is there any specific questions that you have either for her or for anything else that you'd like to clear up for your future or anything like that?
Oh,
You're multifaceted. Like, you are excellent at your tarot cards. You have this amazing show, which feels like it's growing and growing and growing. And it's interesting because today was the first time that I've ever been exposed to this. So I didn't even really do any research before
uh-huh.
we communicated today. You're like brilliant at manifesting things. Like, are you also a writer?
I am a writer. Yes. Yes, I have a few
Okay, because
books
he
out,
just
more coming. Anything you could tell me about my other friend who just passed? I'll give you his name if you'd like. It was Bob.
Okay. And that's the one with the cognitive, the ALS, correct?
ALS. Hmm.
Yeah, he's very prideful. So there wasn't going to be a lot of information, but I'm getting my sign and symbol for the in the initial diagnosis, either he was misdiagnosed or they thought it was something else and they went in one direction and he wasn't sure, so he didn't want to alarm. So who is this? I feel like a female energy, or gender is kind of hard for me sometimes.
Hmm.
When it comes through, it'll come through, and if it comes through like female oriented, I would give the understanding that it would be a female, but gender can be difficult for me, but there is a
Yeah.
female energy like sort of coming through. I don't know if he was really close to somebody
He,
or if
he had a
somebody had
sister.
could be
He
okay,
had,
it could be male, but
uh-huh.
had a lot of female energy, if that makes
Right.
sense.
I see it's probably his sister.
Okay. Okay, because somebody's really dealing with the loss very, very hard. And you said it was just last Friday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm very sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Um, I keep hearing this song. Was he connected to music somehow?
He sure was. Yeah. Yeah. In fact,
Okay.
they used to call him
Okay.
Beetle Bob.
Okay. It, is there, can you explain that it was Beetle Bob like somebody famous?
Locally famous, yeah. Well, I mean, even nationally famous. A lot of
Okay.
the musicians knew him. Yeah.
Yeah. So was he actually a musician?
No, he was not. He
Okay,
was a
because I just feel
character.
this. Okay, yeah, very, very animated, very like, larger than life animated. It just kind of feels like could get along with most anybody. He really didn't like injustice, though. He was big on not liking things that weren't balanced or weren't just. So please just also have that as a validation.
Okay.
Um,
Well, we are just about at time, but it has been an absolute
okay.
delight, Patty. Tell our viewers and listeners how they can reach you if they want to connect with you for a reading.
Absolutely. Well, my direct contact number is 443-506-6955, and that's how you could call directly to either schedule a on over the phone reading or a Zoom reading or an in-person reading at my Long Neck retail shop, which is called Serendipitous Your Spiritual Oasis Awaits You, which is located right there in Long Neck across from Indian River golf carts. Also on Facebook, and I can give you that location where you can see my 5-star reviews. It's at www.facebook.com/serendipitousonline1/. And that's my direct Serendipitous Facebook page. My website's not up right now. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties, but I'm going to have it up and running in the next week, and that is www.serendipitousonline.com.
Fantastic. I so appreciate your time. We'll talk again sometime maybe, and I'll send you links when this is all up and on the air. So thank you, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you.
All right, you take
Sounds
care.
fantastic. Thank you so much for the opportunity. You too.
Okay, bye-bye. If you like what I do, and if you'd like to learn more about how to read tarot cards and what it's like to be a professional tarot card reader, and if you want to get some of the juicy stories that I've encountered in this interesting life of mine, you're going to want to check out my forthcoming book, Tarot Life Lessons. It's all the stories from my journals of what it's like to be a tarot card reader. My publisher is Destiny Books. It will be released November 7th, 2023, but you can pre-order it now on Amazon.com. In these stressful times, we need connection. We need to feel connected to our own bodies, and sometimes we want to feel connected to others. That's where our sponsor, Kama Flight, fits in. Kama Flight is a combination of acro yoga, Thai massage. They do incredible workshops at the Chosen Retreat Center in Sebastian, Florida. At the Chosen Center, you can get healthy meals in gorgeous surroundings, surrounded by luxury and nature. For more information, visit @KamaFlight, that's KAMAFLIGHT on Instagram. This was our 25th episode of Mystic Fix. I feel like we should get some sort of award for that. Thanks this week to our guests, Sally Crow and Patty Rickman. It was our first time incorporating a reading for me into the program, so that was kind of fun. I have so much appreciation for Kama Flight, our sponsor. Mystic Fix would not happen without Kama Flight. If you're interested in checking them out, again, I know you heard the ad a minute ago, but it's at KAMAFLIGHT on Instagram. Thanks also to NewsTalkSTL 1019 and 94.1 FM. We would not be possible without all of those, and also our studio engineer, Leah. If you would like to be on the show, either to be on for a tarot card reading or for one of our book giveaways from one of our great authors, please go to mysticfix.com and register. I love to hear your show ideas and comments. If you want to tell me something, you can email me at julia@mysticfix.com. Check us out on Twitter at mystic_fix, Instagram at Mystic Fix Radio, and of course on Facebook, where I believe you just search my name with Mystic Fix, Julia Gordon-Bramer with Mystic Fix. Thanks for giving us a little bit of your valuable time tonight. Hope you will tune in the next week. Be well and stay spooky, friends.